What up, guys? It's your boy Kevin E, the Farm D, aka Kevin the Refugee, refugeehustle.com, and today we will be talking about NoFap. What up, guys? So today I am doing NoFap, or today is the start of NoFap. If you can't tell, my acne is like breaking out right now. I don't know if the audio is really fucked up for this stream, so I need to see. Yo, Brandon's like, you gonna fail within the first 2 weeks. Setson says, yo. First of all, my dad, this is all I got from my dad, this polar seltzer water. So it's not LaCroix, but I'm gonna drink this bullshit. Oh yes. Yeah, so I know it seems totally random, but yeah, so we got a lot of people in here. Alvin's like, gotta get them superpowers. Well, here you find. Awesome, dude. So earlier today I was actually talking to my boy Brian Fung. If you don't know him, he's like the pharmacist with the big D. He has like PGY1, PGY2, board certified, doing his MPH. Fucking crazy, dude. Anyways, he was like telling me about his NoFap experience, and I was like, you know what? In the past, I've been addicted to porn. You know, I used to have hard drives and hard drives full of porn, and it was crazy, man. I'm not sure if I ever told you guys the story. I've told it a few times already, but there was a period in my life where I used to, like, when I had a girlfriend and stuff, one time I gave myself erectile dysfunction because I was banging her and I was fapping at the same time, which is a no bueno. But also recently I've realized too that it takes a lot of time. Fapping, like, dude, it takes a lot of time out of your schedule, man. And after a while, if you watch so much porn, right, you become like more, I guess, desensitized. So it takes you longer and longer. And then when I watch porn on Pornhub, Xhamster, whatever, like Mflix, TNA Flix, like, dude, I could list them forever. But it just like, I just noticed that, you know, it just wasn't doing it, you know? And like sex isn't as good as well. So then I'm just like, okay, I want to be more productive, especially right now when I'm looking for jobs, doing my launch right now. I need a focus, man. And like I already do things like intermittent fasting, keto, all for this cognitive benefit. And I wonder, like, if I did NoFap, would I be a lot more sort of focused and stuff? So by the way, in today's video, I'll be going on Reddit and stuff and looking up all the research, the mother research on NoFap. Machado says, hi Kevin, I just want to come by and say hi. Thanks for answering my email in the video you just released. Oh, dude, no problem, man. I meant to actually, Mark, I actually meant to send you a response back, but I answered your question on another stream, but I wanted to do a one-on-one video and stuff. Sorry it took me so long, but you know, as you can imagine, there's a lot of stuff going on my end. Your Highness is like wet, 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 wet. You hear that? That's none of that over here, man. Can't do no more. Like, it's a little choppy, but fine. So what's your favorite porn star? Ooh, my favorite porn star. No, it's really funny. I was actually on Pornhub the other day, and I was actually editing Nova Patra's interview, and I was like, oh fuck, somebody just pirated one of her porns and stuff, and I was like, fuck, dude. But it's kind of weird, man. I don't like watching like porns with my friends in it and stuff like that, so not about that life. But it's just weird, man. Not to say they're not attractive and stuff, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. I could fap to anything. Let's be real. But these days, there's not too many like porn stars. Like the only rising stars I know, like there was Mila Jade for a while. She only does private videos now and does like Snapchats and stuff. There's Jade Kush right now, which she's sort of trending. There's Brina Sparks, which I found on Squat and Casanova's like when he did the whole porn expo thing. There's a lot of them, but I don't know. Sometimes porn is so freaking cringeworthy. You know what I mean? It's like so fake and shit. I don't know. I like to honestly, if I had like my preference of porn, it would be the amateur shit because that's the most real and like I don't know. I just feel like that's the good shit, man. Brandon says like I don't know what advice to give you. I guess when the temptation comes, immediately find something else. Yeah. Choi Pak is like, am I in the right place? Yo, just to let you know, NoFap is for boys and girls. So let's go on to Reddit. I already pulled up all the websites today. So hopefully you guys can see it. I know like my stream has been like extremely laggy. And I don't know what to do. Maybe I need to get a new computer, but I'm fucking broke. I can't afford it. Um let's see. So this is like so what I'm gonna do today is like show you go over what NoFap is because I have a kind of idea what NoFap is, but not a complete idea. So we're gonna find out together, man. I thought it'd just be really cool. Yo, and I'm gonna put some music on and we're gonna have the mother fun time, baby. Okay. So first of all, so there's like this whole community on Reddit of NoFap. My boy Creative Vane, if you haven't checked his channel, he talks about NoFap all the time. I actually haven't really watched all his videos about NoFap, but yeah, it looks like there's a fucking huge community of NoFap, and basically it's saying NoFap Reddit is host a bunch of challenges. You have to abstain from pornography and masturbation for a period of time, aka rebooting. Um, and people always talk about the cognitive benefits you get from NoFap and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, and I was like reading on Reddit, and there's like different oh fuck, oh my computer's lagging, fuck. But there's you can choose your own reboot. So there's hard mode, no edging, which is like I think standard reboot, no edging, no porn, no masturbating. So edging is like masturbating until you're about to bust, but you don't let yourself bust. That's what I believe. Hard mode, no edging, no porn, no masturbating, no orgasming whatsoever. So I'm guessing that means no sex either. Light mode is no porn. And yeah, I'm thinking about doing something like standard reboot, you know? I just feel like, you know, that's one of life's pleasures, like sex, you know, and you should be able to enjoy it with other people, you know? But yeah, man. And I just like opened up a bunch of tabs that I thought were just interesting and stuff like that. Um Strawberry lemonade was I love BDSM. BDSM is not my thing, but you know, to each their own. Um think of your thoughts as money. The more you spend on useless things like porn and negativity, the poorer you become. But honestly, here's the thing, right? I see all this negative connotation for like porn and masturbation, but honestly, I think it's a beautiful thing. I think it's a great way to just like reward yourself sometimes. But the problem is when you do it all the time and when you can't control that urge at all. And so that's the shitty part, man. But I don't think it's like considered useless. But yeah, I'd rather be doing it with someone else rather than doing it by myself. I just feel like that's a waste, man. And then more Reddit things about 45 days navigating urges. What I'm really curious about is actually like how like what sort of barriers will I face with NoFap? Because I've done NoFap before, like accidentally. Like back in farm school, like I used to be so fucking busy where like I go a few days without it. I don't even notice. Same with the pharmacy when I went back to back to back, like working my pharmacy shifts and like doing refugee hustle and creating videos every day. I was just so busy, I just didn't have time. So I think that'll be like pretty key for me doing NoFap for the most part. More boring posts. Don't stay up unless absolutely necessary. Yeah, I would say like when I that brings up a good point. I think like when it comes to like my urges and stuff, it's mostly at nighttime, usually first thing in the morning too. But I think first thing in the morning, I just need to just get the fuck up, not stay in bed, and just like work out or something, and just try that. But like I said, I'm doing mostly NoFap for the cognitive benefit, and plus like for me, I've been addicted to porn in the past, and it fucking sucks being addicted, man. Brandon says you should wait till the end of February. It's shorter month, so it's easier. That's funny. Jenny Hart is cute. Tim Kirk. Hope things are looking up for you. Yeah, things are alright, man, for the most part. Things are sort of slowing down for me. Still looking for the job and stuff. In my video tomorrow or maybe Tuesday, I go into like why, like what exactly happened. But it's a mix of reasons, but it should clear up. Um, Alvin Sampson says, "What is your streak goal?" I guess like what I want to run it for 1 month and see if the cognitive benefits are there. Like, and how I'll be testing it, measuring it out is like, I guess like the Pomodoro timer blocks. So usually I set 15 minutes on, 10 minutes off. How I'll be evaluating it is probably seeing how many Pomodoros I can do and keep the same consistent schedule each week. So after 4 weeks, I should have like a good amount of data, probably not definitive of everything, but I should have a rough estimate of how I feel and consistent enough days to sort of rule out n equals 1. But pretty much it's just like me going to just try it. Strawberry's like, I have to nut after 3 days. That's nasty. Angela says, "Oh, we keep on missing each other." Hey, Angela, I'll shoot you a call right after this. The bitch. Why isn't my thing focusing? But let's see. Don't get addicted to NoFap. When your streak is small, you need to some here often post. It reminds you of your commitment and keeps you motivated. Once your streak gets big, you need to lighten up because it's easy to spend an unhealthy amount of time on here. I've fallen in that trap lately. Again, it's probably about balance, man. And I think like sometimes you get so obsessed with the numbers and stuff like that, but really like for me, my primary goal of trying NoFap is one, building like doing another challenge to just push me forward. And I don't know, man. I think it'd be pretty damn funny if I did every day daily log day 1 NoFap. Yeah, so dude, why did my camera just suddenly cut out? Oh well. 1 week, baby. Longest streak since I've been in the 7th grade. My goal is 30 days. No brain fog. I don't think I'll ever go back. Feels so good, baby. Looks like a troll, man. To be honest with you. You will not regret relapsing. Oh, an insightful page from the book. The subtle art not giving a fuck. Oh my god, this is so fuck. Ugh, this is so fucking long. But I remember this book. This is actually one of my favorite Mark Manson books. Um, I think in this book he also recommends like do not fap, do not masturbate, only masturbate as a treat, and you're not and you can't watch pornography. You have to use your mind. So imagine the girl. So I don't know. And again, I have my boy Creative Vein, aka Kevin. He has the same name as me. Um and he has a whole bunch of tips which I'll take a look at later. But honestly, I don't think it's that hard compared to like other things I've done in my life. And there's been periods where I've just done it accidentally, and uh I've done like I think 2 or 3 months before, and it wasn't super hard, you know. Robert says your stream is a little laggy. Yeah, I noticed that. I don't know if it's my internet back home, or what the hell is happening. I think it's that I'm using OBS, the studio version, which takes a little more bandwidth or like takes a little more system resources than normal. My stream normally is not this laggy. Like in the past, it's not been this laggy, but it kind of sucks, man. Choi Pai says, I've learned a few new words in the last 10 minutes. Yeah, that's the thing about my channel. You never know what you're going to get. Sometimes you get pharmacy advice. Other times you get NoFap. Other times you get crypto. But the whole thing is just like my whole channel is about really challenging yourself, creating a life that you really want. Because I don't know, there's like, for me, I get the most enjoyment of really solving problems and really challenging myself and pushing myself to edge. And something like a NoFap, like right now, like I feel like it will help me focus a lot more. Not to say I'm not very focused right now. I'm pretty focused, especially having a lot more time. I think that's one of the dangers of not having a schedule. Like I could see why people like end up doing nothing with their time. But for me, like I try to plan out my days. I try to wake up very early in the morning, go work out. I have a little schedule which I write out and just put in, and I just start grinding. But like a lot of people say, like during pharmacy school, I think I realized or when I got my pharmacy degree, I think I realized at that point, like when you attain a goal, that doesn't make you happy, but really solving problems, coming up with creative ways to fix things, that's what's really fun. One of the problems that I had to deal with, not problem, but since I'm not bringing any income yet, it's not a really smart idea for me to do jujitsu right now and pay for a jujitsu membership. So you gotta be creative. I was doing jujitsu, teaching basic like positioning with with jujitsu at my kung fu school, which my brother helps run. And maybe I'm not gonna become a lot better, but at least I won't lose my skills, and I get to practice things that I might not be good at, like my butterfly guard or open guard and stuff like that. I get to drill that more against easier opponents, because when you train at like a 10th planet, like top tier place, you don't get the chance. Sometimes you don't get the chance to work your weaknesses or things that you want to really develop that need more practice. So, hey Kevin, I watched your interview, the MTM girls. They are cute. Do you think they make a lot of money from their business? Is this sustainable? I don't really know, to be honest. I think I didn't want to go into their details about their money and stuff, but from my knowledge, when I was looking at their site, they charge $100 per MTM case, right? So if you want, I don't know, thinking about it, if I were to open up a pharmacy, my old pharmacy used to do about, on a typical day, I think we used to do how much money did we bring in? Maybe 3,000, maybe, because in a week we'd do up to $36,000 to $40,000 a week, and that was a slower pharmacy. But imagine without all those MTM cases and stuff, and I don't know if you're only doing cash, it's a lot more difficult. $100 per cash per patient I don't know. And I don't know their other streams of revenue and stuff either. I don't know if it's sustainable. That's a good question, but the only way to see is like um the only way to see if they're still in business. I wish them the best. They probably have a sound business plan, honestly. Um because I don't like otherwise I think they would have just stayed working working at MTM Center, you know? But I'm sure they're doing outcomes and all that other stuff too. So maybe they're getting a lot of claims from that in addition to their cash like MTM service. Doesn't NoFap make you last quicker and better? You mean you? I think you mean like NoFap makes you come a lot quicker. Maybe I don't know. Um, I know like my orgasms and stuff. Like when I do NoFap is like a lot more intense. Like a lot more intense. The volume is like, dude, shit. You could like fucking paint a wall like with all that waiting, man. Vin Dang. Hey, what's up, Kev? Yo, if you haven't checked out Vin's channel, I'm going to do a shameless plug for you, Vin. If you haven't checked out Vin's channel, he actually does a lot of product reviews. Really nice guy. He's the one who did my logo right here, baby. So, like, shout out to Vin. He's a really genuine guy. And I'm glad to call him my homie, man. $100 per case. That's a hard sell. Wish them luck. They seem nice. Well, if you like, they are based in San Diego, so they're probably a lot more richer patients down there. I don't know. I feel like sometimes like with a pharmacist, if you get a pharmacist to review your medications, you can easily justify that cost, especially if you're on brand name, unnecessary medications and stuff. But yeah, it is quite a bit. I don't know. Like personally, I know none of my friends would pay for it. Not my friends, but none of my elderly patients would pay for it. My mom would not pay for it. Like there's a lot of people that wouldn't pay for it. So I don't know who their target niche is. And maybe I should have asked that when I did my MTM interview with them. But yeah. I should have another residency like another residency interview coming up very soon as well. I just reached out to another person on Instagram and they said, okay. So if you guys have any like residency questions and stuff like that, please let me know too. You can let me know in the chat or you can let me know in the comment section if you're watching the replay on this. Kane Monster says, hi Kevin, one weird question. Do you not get time to hit the gym during your pharmacy school years? I think like with working out or anything, you have to make time. You have to prioritize it. Like school never gives you time to like work out, but you just have to prioritize it. Either do it first thing in the morning, which I recommend always first thing in the morning so you don't have to worry about it later because you got tons of shit during pharmacy school. Or you just gotta make time for it. And for me, like I always try to make time to go to the gym because it is that one escape that you get. And it gives like being fit gives you a lot of energy. I think I feel a lot better now than I used to back then. You know, back when I was a mother fat kid. Even though like this week I've been eating so much like fat ass Chinese food. Like if you look very closely, I'm breaking out. That never happens. I usually don't break out. Like I bit my lip the other day. If you're Chinese, you know about eat hey and all that sort of stuff. And I've been drinking like I don't know what you call it in English, but I've been drinking like a lot of lang cha and stuff like that. So it's supposed to cool your body. But I don't know, like I haven't been really taking care. Like I haven't been doing my fish oils. I've been doing like my water. I've been just like so fucked up this week. But you know, starting tomorrow I'm actually going back on everything. No more banquet dinners for my dad. No more leftovers. I ate it all today. So that's all done with. Oh my God. I never thought I would say this, but I'm so sick of lobster after this week. Like it was my grandma's 80th birthday. I vlogged some of it the other day. And I also vlogged a part of my dad's celebration last week too. So everything I'm just sort of getting caught up on, you know? And I think like that's the fun part for me, like for anything I do, is just like really solving the problems, like approaching everything in a fun, flexible way, you know? Bro, I just hopped on. Hey, yo, Brian, I hope you know I blew up your spot earlier, by the way, about NoFap. I was just telling them about our conversation about NoFap and how you are so concentrated. And you know what's funny as I think about NoFap too? I was talking to Michael, like from JK and stuff, and he's telling me about the benefits of NoFap too. So, you know, it's so funny. I've never met anyone who was as passionate about porn than Michael in my life. He knew all the porn stars that I knew. He knew all the websites I knew. He's the mother pervert, baby. No, but he's a mother nice guy. But yeah, like he was telling me the benefits of NoFap too. And I guess I never really made a strong commitment to NoFap. So technically, if I were to give a day for NoFap, let's see, where's my phone? Tim says we got a superstar pharmacist Brian up in here. The average IQ and clinical knowledge just went up by 100 points, man. I know, Brian. Why you gotta be so smart, man? Like you always gotta make me feel like I got the small D, baby. But you know, like I think Brian, not only is he like, also if you're in pharmacy, check out Brian's channel. Another shameless plug. But seriously, with Brian, like it's not every day where you just find a really smart, hardworking pharmacist, very accomplished guy, and a very normal guy. He's very caring. Like after my dad died, dude, he's always been reaching out to me, and I appreciate that, man. And I think it's so rare to find someone who's really smart and really caring at the same time. So, um, he's very genuine. Uh, Alan says hi, Brian. Thanks, Tim. I can't wait to say that I'm smart, but I appreciate it. Legend says, "Hey Brian, hey man, one more. I was so curious to ask you this. Please answer since you're a pharmacist. Nobody can answer this better than you. Does fapping you wrote flapping affect the muscle growth or anything related to the gym? Oh, Kevin, why are you talking about this? That's so funny. Dude, honestly, I don't think it really matters, man. And I don't think you should worry about small things like that, you know? Even if it does, it's probably negligible. And you gotta think like sometimes like obviously don't fap right before the gym. That's dumb. You know? Like like for me, I like pass the fuck out. And like that's why I don't fap in the morning because you will just knock out and just go to sleep. But yeah, just don't do it before a gym and you should be Gucci. And you know what? Just try it, dude. Like it's a week of fapping is not gonna kill you. Or a week of not fapping is not gonna kill you. Legends like I just got here. Sorry guys. Guys got here at a very interesting time. Um yeah, but you know, so also in addition to everything that I'm doing right now, I actually bought a new program to help me stream. So I'll be able to take live Skype calls in the future. So I might set a different Skype other than my personal Skype. But I might set up a Skype so I can take live calls during live streams and stuff. And I can do it on YouTube. I can do it on Facebook and all that sort of stuff. So I'm really excited for that because I like OBS a lot, but honestly, it's kind of like really laggy recently. Like I've been watching the old streams, like there's drop frames. I don't know what the hell's going on. Um, and I should show you like the background of my like streams and stuff, like because like my computer right now is going at like almost 80%. Given I have a 2013 MacBook and stuff, but you know it's like ridiculous, man. Green Tea says challenge accepted. JK News 118, things that happen when men have a dry spell, featuring David So comedy. That'd be hella funny. Man dies of NoFap challenge. Sarah asks, how did you become interested in pharmacy? Man, how did I become interested in pharmacy? So it all started back in high school. I wasn't that, like, I never really considered pharmacy. I always wanted to be a chemical engineer, and I was always deciding between chemical engineer or pharmacy. I just didn't know which one I wanted to do, right? And then it wasn't until I actually met a pharmacist and I found out how much they made that blew my mind. And I remember walking into a house and it was like, congratulations, Dr. Dong. I was like, who's Dr. Dong? You know, my perverted mind, right? But I was talking to her and she's telling me how much she was making, what she did in pharmacy, like all sort of that. And you get a doctorate title, which was really cool. Like that's something I always wanted, right? And so I did it all for all the wrong reasons, and that's how I got into it. And then shortly after, I got a technician job in college, and ever since my technician job, I've been involved with pharmacy my whole life, you know? So that's how I got it. And, you know, there's certain things I really like about pharmacy. I like all the people I get to meet in pharmacy. I also like my patients, like the good patients at least. It just feels good to really be there, get to know your regulars, do some of the business stuff too, like planning like business strategy and stuff, and creating a really cultivating environment, you know? But those are some of the things I like about retail, but there's also a lot of things I don't like about retail because you can just get really burnt out. People are really mean, they're really rude, and sometimes you just gotta deal with it, you know? That's the nature of the game. And some people really like retail, but I have to warn you, like a lot of people don't. And that's why sometimes it might be better to do a residency if you don't want to do retail. Random question, but are you ever going to be featured on JK News? Most likely not, because honestly, I'm not big enough. Even though I'm friends with Joe, I don't think I'm ever going to be on JK News, to be completely honest with you. And I think, like, also as well, like, if I were to be put in a room with them, like, I wouldn't be as loud as, my voice is not as loud as them, you know? Like, I'm not that opinionated. Dude, I don't know why my tongue's, like, swollen. But I'm not, like, compared to, like, David So and stuff, I'm definitely not as opinionated as him and other people like that. I'm, like, friends with, like, some of them, and, you know, like, I don't know. Maybe if you want to spam their channel and just be like, please, I want Kevin Ye, then go ahead. But their next video, whoever's watching this, their next video, just write, please, we want Kevin Ye, the Fam Day. And hopefully the comment will get upvoted and drive more traffic to my channel. But, you know, like, I have to say, there's some people that came here because of JK, but other people came here because of, like, either the video about pharmacy that I did, mostly the one with Matt. A lot of people, like, find me through that. So I have to say, like, typically the JK fans, they typically find me, but they don't stay, you know? And I think that's because I talk like, I don't really cater to that, like, high school crowd anymore, even though some high schoolers do follow me and stuff. But for the most part, I talk about, like, really deep subjects and stuff like that. And I think one thing that makes me very different from people like Joe and stuff is, like, he is he's always, like, really fun focused and stuff. Don't get me wrong, I like having fun. I actually like going out and stuff. I like cracking jokes and shit like that, but a lot of times I can be very serious, and I tend to be, like, these days I just tend to be on the more serious side rather than just, like, cracking, like, jokes all the time, you know? And that's just me, man. I'm just like, fuck, dude. Since when did I fucking become so serious? But I used to joke around a lot. And maybe I'll edit, like I said, and maybe if I get a chance, I'll edit some of my old vlogs from pharmacy school. Brian, nice podcast with pharmacy leaders. Yeah. By the way, I want to get Tony on my channel. I actually have to reply back to Tony. Tony, if you're watching this, I fucked up. I just been really busy, and I want to send you all my ideas. But anyways, yeah, like I actually will have Tony on my channel soon because I think he's a very inspirational guy. You know, he just has a PharmD. He didn't do residency. He didn't do a lot of things, but financially, he's made a really sound moves. Second thing, he's created a really strong branding for himself, and he's created financial freedom, and he gets to network with so many people. And so I kind of want to capture that and put that on my channel. Do you like living in California? Says Strawberry Lemonade. I would say for the most part, I do like living in California. It's pretty, hold on. I'm gonna just kick back and relax over here. Hopefully you guys can see me. Perfect. Do I like living in California? Yeah, I love California for the most part. I get to meet a lot of different cool people. Hold on, let me move my camera a little bit. Move this down. Fuck. California has like honestly been one of the best decisions I've ever made. I was actually telling my cousin, like, dude, like if I didn't go to California, I probably would never start a YouTube channel. You know, like this has been the most rewarding thing that I've ever done in my life, honestly. Just because I get to reach out to so many people, and just like people like you guys come in at like 11:46 p.m. just to listen to me talk. And it's just really nice, you know, like to me, like I just love connecting with people, and I just love sharing my ideas with others, you know. Do you Sutton, we know why how Kevin low-key owned the Costco challenge, lol. They actually took out that video, man. There's no more Costco challenge. RIP, but I fucking won that challenge, man. Thanks, legend. Tony was an awesome host. Shout out to mother Kevin for hooking it up. Yeah, I actually told Tony to reach out to you, Brian, like when you guys were at that event in Florida. How are you going to track the days of NoFap or NoFlap? You know, like I'm just gonna take a picture of my wall, and if there's any spots, and take a black light to it, and see how many mLs of semen are on the wall. No, I think I'll mark it on my calendar and do a date. So technically today's the 21st. Technically today I already fucked up. So challenge starts tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not the statistics. What was your AGPA? What's AGPA? My GPA in farm school was like I think about a 3. It wasn't that great. And then I think my GPA in undergrad was like a 3.4, 3.2. Can't remember. Also wasn't that great, but the first week and a half of NoFap are pretty difficult, but smooth sailing from there. It only takes one moment of weakness to crumble it, though. Yo, Mr. Mimi, how long you been on NoFap? And do you have any tips? Let me know. I don't even know about JK until I saw your videos, huh? Maybe because I'm not Asian. I like your channel much better. Thank you, man. I try to talk about everyday subjects, about adulting subjects. You know, like so like things like subjects like about losing your parent, everybody's gonna go through it at one point in their life. At least that's how it should be. But I just try to just like shed light on everyday situations, and honestly I don't even think my solutions are that good, But I think what I do well is just like connect with people and just like share my stories and share my vulnerabilities with people. Because honestly, I don't give a fuck about how I look and stuff. Like, if people want to judge me and just be like, oh, like, that's not very professional, who cares? You know, like, at the end of the day, I help people like feel like they're not fucking alone, man. You know, it's tough. Not everybody wants to talk about like tough subjects or look into themselves deeply and see what they fucked up. You know what I mean? But I think I try to do that very well, you know, and at the end of the day, like everybody goes through these problems and I just help people adult, man. Right there with you, Tim. I learned about JK through Kevin. I bet he's going to do it as soon as this ends. Yo, guys, it's 11:50. Guys, close my stream so I can just really quick, right? Kevin, thoughts on 7-figure pharmacist, or your financial pharmacist product featured by Tony? I have not checked their content at all. Maybe I should, but I don't know. Are you going to get an MBA in pharmaceutical management? Probably no MBA for Kevin Yee, the PharmD, just because I'm not willing to throw myself in debt. Are you going to get Brian says laugh my ass off. Yeah. I think about the MBA and stuff, and for me, it's just not, at this point in my life, it's not worth it because I'm trying to get debt free so I can build out my own business. I don't believe I need an MBA at this point. A lot of my friends, they run a lot of businesses. They don't need an MBA. I think a huge part of it is actually having a really good connected bunch of friends so you can create your own mastermind, you know? Education is cool and all. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, if you want to go like work for a drug company or work for certain things, like, great, you know, like gives you more credibility, and that's just how the game is played in that world. But for me, like the world I want to play, like the digital marketing world, you don't need that stuff, you know? And I think one thing like where I'm very weak at, or one thing I don't do well at, because I'm reading like this book called Principles by Ray Dalio or whatever. Highly recommend. It's one of the best books I've read this year, even though this year just started. But it's made me really look at like, what am I good at? What am I not so good at? And one of the things like I realized that I'm not very good at is actually setting goals, setting appropriate timelines and stuff like that, and breaking down all the pieces of goal setting and stuff. There's like a 5-step process that he talks about, and it's like, damn, like I'm pretty good. And sometimes like I'm not very good at the execution part, you know? Like for me, what I realize is that I'm better bigger picture, but when it comes to small details and stuff in the daily execution, I can do it, but I don't like doing it all the time, you know? But you know, like it is also my responsibility to either fire myself, find somebody else to do it, and negotiate some sort of win-win situation and just be creative, you know? And honestly, reading this book has actually really changed my life. Even Brian will probably vouch for me. Like a month ago when I was in the dumps, when I was like, my job was in limbo, my dad was like dying. Like I was really in a very dark place actually. And it was really tough for me, dude. Like this whole, like that time, and reading something like Principles, like what are the things that I really care about, and how can I apply that to my life, made me feel a lot better about my situation. Because let's face it, bad shit happens to everyone, you know, but we can't control that stuff happening to us sometimes. Like if you get struck by lightning, like dude, it's not your fault. There's nothing you can really do. Sometimes you're just in the wrong place, right? But what we can do is how we react to certain things, you know? So majority of the time, it might not be our fault, but we're responsible for our actions and stuff. And I think one of the things that I realized, like with Refugee Hustle, with so many different things, is just like, I need to be more responsible for my success and stuff like that. And if one thing I do very poorly is not reach out for enough help, you know? and it's something that I'm slowly learning how to do a lot better, because one person can only do so much, and I feel like I have a tendency of like throwing on so much, and I don't have enough discipline to. Discipline is not only doing things, but it's also the be able to say no. Things like no fapping. But you get the picture. Like, if you that's why for me, like, I was just like, okay, what I'm not going to focus on is applying to retail pharmacies, because that's going to get me a job that maybe I'm not really happy with, and I want to try something new. So how can I position myself to get a different or a part-time job, or how do I grow Refugee Hustle and make that my main bay, you know? Oh shoot, let me take a look at the chat really quick. Oh man, I haven't even checked the chat. Sorry, I just went on a long tangent. Initial JK films were revolutionary, groundbreaking, insanely creative. Can't say the same about their current content. One of the things I loved about JK back then was their skits, because they would talk about subjects that I really related to, especially being an Asian American, or just like being like growing up in this new millennial stage. Like, you don't even have to be Asian American, right? But I love like the stereotypes and like bringing to light, because I never knew what Mexican culture was. I just thought they were so funny back then. And now, like, I think YouTube, like, I can't really blame them either for not doing skits, because it doesn't get the same views as before. And you think about all these prank channels and shit, like all the things that are trending right now. And honestly, they like things like Logan Paul and Jake Paul, and like prank channels, like those are the things that are trending. And it's just like, goddamn, these channels are trending, and it's just to me trash content. But I'm obviously not that niche, but it is what it is. The movie is taking a long time. They haven't mentioned it in a while in their vlogs either. Yeah, I think the movie, I think what they failed to realize is that, or like what it was very unexpected how much work it took to get to a movie. It's not like doing a skit. It's a lot more complicated, right? And so maybe they didn't foresee all those barriers. But I think one thing that they like, if I were, I mean, granted, like I don't work with JK or anything like that, but if I was them, like for the fans, like I think it's important to keep people updated and just let them know what's up, But that's like no strong critique or anything about, they do the things that they want to do. But I think it's like a lot of their fans are always wondering. But shout out to Joe. If you haven't checked out Joe's channel, dude, I'm doing hella shout outs today, man. Check out Joe's channel. He actually did do a vlog about the movie and hiring shoot, I can't remember his name. He's always on JK News though. But yeah, like they actually got a writer, which is like really good, because like I said earlier, sometimes if you realize that you're not so successful at something, or you're not executing properly, you just need to fire yourself and hire someone, or plug in something that can do the job for you, or change your plan, Sometimes gotta multitask or move on when something isn't working. Exactly. Legend RX, see Joe's vlog. Steve Green just got added. Oh yeah, Steve Green. Thanks, Legend. Brian was like, I didn't realize JK was making a movie. I know, Brian, you always want to do those JK Wong Fu type of skits. Maybe we'll do one sometime. I don't know. I'm not very good at skits. I don't know how to do a skit. I think it would be really fun to do a skit, but not my priority right now. I think also, oh, by the way, me and Brian were thinking about doing like a podcast, maybe about Asian dating, male dating. We haven't really decided. But if you like, probably something non-pharmacy related, because it's so freaking serious all the time. I wanted to do something like fun, like Asian male dating and just empowering other Asian males. Because honestly, it kind of sucks. Like with a lot of Asian guys, I talk to them and they just feel like they're really demasculated. I'm just like, damn, that's really sad, man. And I don't want my fellow Asian guys to feel like that. So I don't want any guy to feel like that. Like, dude, it doesn't matter if you're not Asian or not. I just feel like sometimes, like in this day and age, like a lot of men feel very demasculated. I liked it, Brian. You seem in great shape for someone who eats fast food. That's so funny. Brian says Brian, any Taco Bell reviews? The double stacker looks like a folded quesadilla with meat and maybe a TV show. Damn. Yeah, Brian. All that food reviews. Oh, speaking about channels and stuff, I hope you guys know about the whole YouTube demonetization, like removing partnerships. If you have less than 1,000 subscribers, you're fucked. Less than 4,000 views, you're fucked too. But luckily my channel wasn't affected. By the way, Brian's channel was affected. So in the next 30 days, he needs to get, I think 400 subscribers. So honestly, Brian deserves it. I think Brian is a great YouTuber. It's just like these small creators like us, it's hard for us to get discovered sometimes, and luckily like my channel keeps on growing, but like I feel like I need to take more responsibility about my growth as well. So like growing my channel, but luckily I wasn't affected this time. But I know like there's a ton of small creators that were really affected, and I think one of the things that I'm very grateful for is like Joe and stuff. He actually helped me in the beginning get a lot of subs. But I mean, my channel's like kind of changed over the last year or so. But like I think like for my channel, I I was like really thinking about like what the fuck is my channel about? Is it really about pharmacy? Is it really about like I talk about so much shit? But it's kind of like one of the things I like about my channel is because I talk about a lot of shit. And I like talking about personal finance. I like talking about fitness. I like talking about everyday stuff. And then I just came up with like adulting, like part of adulting is kind of creating a being financially set or creating a fulfilling career and stuff like that. And that's stuff I can always talk about. Are you redoing your site? I see placeholder WordPress. I probably should redo my site, but I don't know. Maybe I should hire someone to do it. But I really want to make sure that I have like my product and stuff. That's the primary thing, because that's the thing that's going to financially free me, and then I'm going to be purely focusing on growth for my from here on out, and creating really good content. But right now I'm like really spread thin everywhere, I try a balanced gym with fast food. I have a horrible diet. Brian, what's adulting? Sounds like a bit R-rated, JK. Yeah, eventually. I haven't had time to redo my site. Started doing my MPH and I'm drowning on it. Adulting is like NoFap. Real. Legit issues going through the minds of guys every day. Anyways, I'm signing off tonight. Night, everyone. Night, Kevin. Thank you, Brian. I'm going to see you. I'll talk to you soon. Good night, Brian. What's your longest streak? Probably like 2 or 3 months, man. Bye, Brian. Keep all the great work. I just found your channel today. Glad I did, though. You seem like you have a lot of knowledge to offer as a young adult. Thanks. I think part of it is just like, maybe not, I'm not the smartest or anything like that. And Sarah, thanks for like, honestly, the sub. I really do appreciate it. Like, that's the thing about my channel. I actually really care about a lot of my people that actually email me and stuff. Sometimes I don't get all the time in the world to email you guys back, but I try to keep my fans and stuff, like, or not fans, but my viewers. Honestly, I view you guys as like homies, dude. Like, I meet a lot of my friends up, or my like viewers up. Like, that's how I met Brian. That's how I met Vin. That's how I met a lot of different people, you know. So if you guys are in the Boston area, feel free to hit me up. I'm always down to meet up, even though I'm fucking broke. I can't go for coffee or lunch, but I'll be happy to just like chat with you guys and stuff like that. But that's the thing. Like, I just like talking to people, and when you talk to enough people, like, and especially the right people, they rub off on you. And sometimes when I don't have time, or like not time, but when I can't meet anyone, I read a lot of books. I watch a lot of YouTube. I'm always trying to learn new stuff, you know? And so like, I don't think my experience is like really different from others, but I think I just expressed a lot of my experiences. Oh, sorry, Kevin. Sorry, I meant for Brian. What makes dating emasculating? I don't know what you mean by that, but I think I have an idea. Um, I think part of dating that makes you feel. Well, hold on. Let me Google the definition for emasculated, cause oh fuck. Dude, where is my cell phone? Holy shit. Emasculate. Goddamn. Oh my god, my stream health is like shitting the bed right now. Dude, everything's like shitting the bed right now. Bria says, I invested some money and it was increasing for a few days, but now it's decreasing. I only invested $20, laughed my ass off. That's the thing with investing, man. Like, sometimes you just think it's gonna be very like sometimes you think it's gonna be very linear, but it doesn't always work like that, you know. Uh, there's ups and downs and stuff, and I feel like you just gotta ride out those waves sometimes. You know, like for my investments, it's not always going up, you know. Sometimes it goes down. Like my Bitcoin and all that sort of stuff actually went down the other day. Um like I literally lost like $5,000 overnight. But you know, like I'm playing long term. I'm not trying to game the system or like pump and dump or anything like that, you know? Oh, looks like I'm back up. Perfect. Thanks for the stream, Kevin. Have a great week. We'll be looking forward to your next videos and next stream. Good night. Thank you, Tim. Appreciate it, man. As always, I always appreciate your input, Tim. I like respect you a lot, especially as a fellow pharmacist. Um, Back to answering that emasculating question. Let's see. Let's see what emasculated means, because I didn't do too good on my SAT scores back in high school. Emasculate. To feel less masculine, to deprive a man, removal of the penis. Okay. um I think dating is actually quite the opposite. I feel like to be dating and to be really sexually active and all that sort of stuff is actually really emasculating. Like, I think it's so important to build up that, you know, primal masculinity. It's so important. I think masculinity is really important for not only like in your love life, but also like business life and all that sort of stuff too. Because if you think about the workplace, it's very masculine in nature. You really need to take charge, take responsibility, take ownership. It's very hustle hard, you know. It's not very nurturing. Um Whereas feminine energy, I know I'm talking very hippie right now, but feminine energy is like very, very nourishing. So think about when you go home. You go home to watch Pornhub, which I can't do because I'm on NoFap. You go home to eat. You go home to Netflix and chill, you know? Like you do so many relaxing things at home, right? And that's the point of home because it's very nourishing. Now, it's important to and I think like especially these days there's like a lot of especially like with all the uh what's that called, like social justice warriors, and I just feel like right now like everybody, being a man really sucks sometimes because there's a lot of, like, all of a sudden it's really frowned upon to have like a masculine pride or whatever. I don't know if I'm making sense, but like I feel like a lot of men just feel like very timid about being masculine and showing off that masculine nature. So I don't know what I'm talking about. Fuck. Anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna close my stream. I'm getting tired. I need to also wake up for the gym. But honestly, guys, thank you for joining my stream tonight. It was really great. I'll be trying to stream about this time or about like maybe like an hour earlier, but typically I stream around this time every Sunday. If you have any video requests, please let me know in the comments, or you can let me know in the chat before I sign off. But dude, today's stream was lit, man. Like I had a whole bunch of people. Like I had at least 21 viewers at one point, and now I only got 13. But it's cool, man. So thank you for all you guys for your for joining me today, and I will let you know how NoFap goes. And I have to really make it through this first week because this is the hardest week from what everyone is saying. But anyways, guys, love you guys. Take care. And I'll see you guys next week. Peace, guys. Out. Oh shit, that's my fuck. I keep on fucking that up.